White Guys. Hi, Norman.
Welcome to White Guys. Classic edition.
Back to the future.
It's like retro.
So I know we're not saying the episode number anymore because it's like, you know, we've been doing this long enough that we don't have to do that. But in Roman numerals, this is episode XXX.
That's how I sound my name like that on every document that I sign.
Do you know Roman numerals? Do you know what that means?
Nah, I don't even know Roman Polanski.
It's episode 30.
Woo! Let's go.
Shit.
Yeah.
We made it.
I wish I was
30
again.
episodes of this dumbass show of us just shooting the shit.
Oh,
Yeah. How do you feel?
I feel
Old. You know, back in the 60s, they would say, don't trust anyone over 30 years old.
damn. Then don't
So
trust me.
maybe now we say don't trust anybody who's done more than 30 podcast episodes.
Damn, then Joe
You
Rogan's
can't.
a rat.
Well, especially because we're white. So yeah, it's a really bad idea to trust.
No, it really is crazy, though, that, like, you think about it, like, Norm, you just had this pipe dream, and now we're 30 episodes deep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I mean, not for nothing, but
I
we're
wish
like,
I was deep in something, but not this cast.
we're moving in the right
There's some
direction.
pipe deep in you. Is that what
No,
you're saying?
not in me.
So I am a plumber, and I lay pipe, Kenny. I think we can get that
I
taken
seen
care
your
of.
knobby knees.
Oh, you like
I
that?
think you're doing more than laying pipe.
So you guys
Hobnobbing.
know in the movie Back to the Future, Marty McFly traveled 30 years back in time. Damn. So he went from 1985 to 1955.
Damn. Oh, yeah.
Damn,
I
that's a
remember.
jump.
I
So,
remember.
but listen to this. It won't mean shit to you, but it's going to make you feel old as dirt. If a film like that was made today, he'd be traveling back to 1994.
Those are some good years. I like that. Some good
Uh-huh.
years. That was a good time. Loved it. The
Prime
90s.
grunge
dude,
era.
even a little earlier
Classic
than that. It was good
hip-hop.
punk rock. All of it.
Good
The
punk
movies
rock.
were good.
Yeah.
I think they had what was that fucking movie? It was the greatest movie they ever made in the world. Howard the Duck.
Was that 95? That was a little earlier than
The
94.
funny thing is, back in the day at North
I
End,
feel like that was late 80s.
there used to be a theater, and someone changed
yeah.
it to Howard the Fuck. And I was like looking out the back window as my mom's driving, like, oh my God, that's like Howard the Fuck. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, the 90s, man. Good timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to watch the last episode with that jabroni Doey who we had on? I asked
Yeah.
him to fill in for us.
Yeah.
My boy Doey.
Cause we
Yeah, I
did
liked
that.
him.
Yeah. But we went on a Scandinavian cruise, which if you watched the last episode, you would know. Kenny and myself and Matt, who's not here tonight. And Doey was giving us some shit like you could take a cruise to anywhere in the world and you choose to go to the whitest part in the world. But from my perspective, that's the only place in the world that I really feel like I'm not an absolute minority. You know, like I saw my people there. I saw blonde-haired people with blue eyes. Because in this country, the minority status, it gets to be a little bit much sometimes. The oppressiveness of being a minority in this country. Like, I don't know if you feel that, but
I don't feel anything.
no.
I'm numb to the
Numb.
I'm numb to the pain now,
Well, as
Norm.
far as, yeah, I mean, they don't like you.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but in the United States, 9.3% of the population has naturally blonde hair and blue eyes.
Damn, I guess you are a minority.
I'm a minority in my own country.
What am I?
Retarded.
You got to play the bit.
Retired.
Retired. Thank you. I'm retired.
So for me, it was just like kind of just feeling, you know, not feeling the oppression just gets so overwhelming being a minority in this country. And
Yeah.
that cruise to Scandinavia just was like, oh, these are my people. You know, these are like, I just kind of feel at home.
It's kind of fucked up because I thought you were colorblind.
I am.
These people were less gray.
Less gray, yeah. No, the thing is, see, I still see color,
Right.
but it's just that certain colors look similar. Some people screw that up. They think if you're colorblind, like your color perception is actually gray, but
Right.
it's not. That means extreme versions of color blindness are actually black and white, but that's really rare.
Wow.
So I still see color, but it's just that certain colors look similar, like a dark red and a dark green and a dark brown all look the same to me. I still see a color,
Right.
but it's just I just can't differentiate
Yeah.
Dude,
between them.
I wonder.
It's
I
got to
wonder
suck going to the
what-
art museum with you.
I wonder what it would be like just to live in black and white. To think about it, like when people, like when it's like stormy weather and always cloudy, like you actually like become like depressed from the weather.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's from lack of color, sunlight, stuff like that. I wonder if that has anything to do with like if that would affect you if you can only see black and white and can't see color.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you were born that way and you didn't know anything else,
Yeah.
it would
Yeah.
just be all you've known.
It's all
so
you know,
wouldn't have
yeah,
anything
so
else to
nothing's any
compare
different.
it
Yeah.
to. So it would just be the way it is. But if suddenly your color perception all got taken away and then it was black and white,
That
you
would
would have
fuck you
that
up.
memory of
Yeah.
what it was like beforehand, and that would probably be
That'd be,
incredibly depressing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not
would
as
be-
depressing though as I don't know if you guys have seen all the protests
Oh.
lately. The pro-Palestinian, the pro-Hamas protests. They shut down Columbia University. They shut down the Golden Gate Bridge. They shut down the main road into the Chicago O'Hare Airport.
Damn.
And people were just leaving their cars on the road and just trucking it over
They-
to the terminal to not.
I
To not
don't
miss
care
their
what they're
flights.
doing, dude. As long as they don't close down Shoney's, dude, I don't give a fuck.
I actually clipped that for you, Norm, if you want me to pull it up.
Oh, we
Did
got
you?
to see
Yeah.
this. Dude just minding his business, sitting Indian style on the road. I mean, what's wrong with that?
I love this.
Damn. Taking out the trash.
I think
Dude's trying to go to Dunkin' quick. He's like, I got to get my breakfast sandwich.
is it French? I can't. It's, I mean, that guy in the white pants definitely looks French.
Dude,
Dragging
just
them.
dragging them.
Ragdolls.
Dude, look good in them white pants.
This is one of my favorite videos. Look, they just fucking go limp.
Uh-oh, now they get the dogs? Oh, no. They're going to chew on them.
Oh, that's gotta hurt, dude, on asphalt.
Beautiful.
Not everybody's going to comply with your shit.
Look at him sneaking, inching back out.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Oh my god.
Look at that, one-handed.
He could have drug him on the other side, like closest to the curb, but he just wanted to take him for the ride. Oh, dude's inching out. Look at
inching
him.
back out. Look at
Oh my
nope.
gosh.
Nope.
Oh,
Like a sack of potatoes.
I love it.
gripping him up, man. Jeez, he's throwing bodies around like
Yeah.
they're
I don't
nothing.
know if the road's the greatest. I don't think you're going to get your point across like protests. I mean, protests, but come on, man.
These are the same people that throw cans of
I
soup
knew you were going to say, yeah.
at the Mona Lisa to face like priceless artwork for. I don't know exactly what that group is, but it's probably one of these like stop oil groups who think they're gonna actually like
You mean Earl?
completely stop the production and the use of petroleum products by being assholes. Like, do you really think you're gonna
There's
convince more
there's
people
got to be
to
a better
come-
course
to
of
come
action.
to your side by stopping people from going to work, from doing what they
Yeah.
need to do? Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, these people are idiots. Like, there's so much more effective ways to get your point across than, I don't know. Did you guys see the one? It was a couple months ago. I think it was in Germany, but they actually used some kind of quick set
Yep,
concrete.
yep,
Oh,
yep.
yes.
And
I
they
saw
had
I've
to
seen
chisel.
that.
They had to chisel their hands out, and there's footage of the guys, and they've got these chunks of concrete. And I never saw the follow up story, but they were saying we're probably going to have to amputate their hands. It was so bonded
Yep.
Wow.
to their skin that they were like, I don't know if we can get this off.
Shit.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
How
I
you
mean,
going to wipe? I mean, with a nub? Jesus.
I think the most famous protest, and it's kind of fucked up why it is so famous. It's like, I think it's a bunch of women in, I want to say Paris too, that they go around shirtless.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah,
Those are great.
Yeah,
I love those.
and I feel like those have the most impact
Yeah.
for all the wrong reasons. But I feel like that. I mean, that's why they're doing it. At
Yeah.
least they're like, okay, if we do this, we'll grab people's attention.
See,
Like,
but over in Europe, it's not a big deal like it is over here. Like, that's the difference. Like Like
That's true.
chest out in Europe is just like
Yeah.
it's
No,
common.
yeah,
It's
yep.
just not even a thing.
Yep.
Over here, it's because of I'm not even gonna say it, but everybody knows why. We're all conditioned and shit, and
Yeah.
the book with the book,
The good book?
not the helping friendly book from Fish, but the other book.
The Quran?
No, that's the crayons.
The Torah?
You know, I
The
wonder how.
Bhagavad Gita.
I don't know what the book is, but it's black.
So Senator Tom Cotton actually on X posted that video, and he was like, "This is how you get it done."
That's how you get it done to get dragged off and.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh my God, a U.S. senator calling for violence against protesters. Oh my God, you should be removed from office." It's
Oh,
like,
I see now. Yeah.
yeah, because he posted that in reference to the protests in the U.S. where they were shutting down roads and stuff, and it's like, no, that is how you get it done. You got working class people here trying to go to their jobs, trying to live their lives, and these morons think they're trying to do what? Convince people, bring people over to their side to see their point
Yeah.
by fucking up their.
The only cool thing I saw about that protest was that they were wearing high vis vests so you could see them.
Right.
Because I have people walking in my neighborhood. They got their dogs, their cats, their babies, the strollers, the mom, the dad.
Yeah.
And like I come over the hill and
I hate when I see people walking their babies on a leash and they don't have high vis on.
yeah, now you got as long as it's a high no, as
Fucking
long
vest
as
on your
Norm,
baby if you're
as long as it's a
walking
high vis leash,
Yeah.
you're fine.
High vis diaper.
So you know what the hell.
Reflective.
Yeah.
You got to have the reflective.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I feel like that almost makes people like not want like I bet you some people will like if they're just like, all right, for example, we got stopped at work, like trying to go to work. Me personally, I would try to find out whatever they're trying to stand up for and probably go against them just because they pissed me off.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like it's so counterintuitive.
I would buy extra gas and just burn it in a pit in my backyard.
just
yeah.
yeah. It's like you ever hear the saying with the vegans is like, oh, I eat 2 burgers every time just to
Right.
counteract every vegan.
This is kind of related, but kind of not. But it just popped in my head because I listened to it today. Because he's got not that protest we showed the video of, but people are protesting in support of Palestine and Gaza or whatever. So, and I played a little bit of it for you, but you weren't that interested today. But do you know Tim Dillon, the comedian? Kind of a bigger guy, blonde. If you saw him, you'd probably recognize him. But
Yeah,
his
probably.
podcast, the Tim Dillon Show, he's like an epic ranter. He will just go and go. And for any listeners out there, the Tim Dillon Show, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, his latest episode, it's Iran, Israel, and the cool aunt or aunt, depending on
What
how you say that. But
I wish
anyway,
my aunt was
he
cool.
goes. So the first half, the whole thing's good, but the whole second half, he goes on this epic rant about the idea of the cool ant, because he brings up some story about how there's a new study out about how ants have been super supportive to kids in the LGBT community, and Tim himself is gay, but he goes on this whole thing. He probably sings the Fleetwood Mac song. Thunder only happens
when
and he's like, the
it's-
cool ant always plays that song.
Yeah.
Like, the cool ant is always smoking a cigarette. The cool ant is like always on some pills. The cool ant is like, you can come out to her and she's like, oh yeah, I read an article about that and I'm cool with that. But I'm not gonna do his bits, but anybody, I highly recommend going to listen to that episode, because it had me like, you probably heard me today. Like,
Yeah.
I was just busting
Laughing.
out while we were painting just randomly.
Yeah, I
'cause
was on
it's-
some other shit. I
it's
just wasn't there.
so good. It's so good. Tim Dillon is the latest episode of his podcast. Check it out.
I'm gonna check you out, Tim Diller.
It's very good. Yeah.
Check you out, baby.
official white guy shout out. He should pay us for that.
Yeah. T. Dillon.
He has a funny thing too at the bottom of all his show notes. At the very end, he's like, the Tim Dillon Show pledges for every $400,000 we raise, we're going to donate $5 to end homelessness in Los Angeles. All you other creators, step up, do better.
Nice. Right. Let's give him $5.
$5.
Yeah. Every 400,000, you get
And a
$5.
pair of dirty socks.
Hey, I mean, listen, man. Like, as long as there's some type of ratio there, I mean,
Yeah.
if he's actually donating it, you can't bash him.
Yeah.
I mean, you could donate a hell of a lot
Just
more.
the one $5 bill per. Just one.
400,000. Yeah.
Okay, good.
When he makes 400,000, he donates $5.
It's almost like Old Dirty Bastard when he was like, he showed up in his limo to cash his welfare check.
Yeah, right. There's an epic Joe Rogan episode too with Tim Dillon and Alex Jones.
Oh, nice. They were both there at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
shit.
It's
Got to be out of control.
It's amazing. It's amazing. But yeah, we had a bunch of stuff because we didn't get to do a show last week.
Yeah, we had a plumber to plums.
So we got,
We had a plumber.
it's always hard with the way the news cycle goes so quickly. It's like we want to hit something one week and then by the next week it's like, oh, is this still relevant? Should we still talk about it? Does
Shit's
it matter?
moving so fast, it's irrelevant.
Should we try to slow it down anyway and just do shit on our own time? But
I don't. I think it's questionable. I don't know.
but the Orange Julius
Loved Orange Julius.
is
I
no
remember
longer
orange juice.
on the
I
loose.
would always get the penis saladas
I'm
and
talking
like
about
a pizza
Orenthal.
dough. Huh? Orden Redenbacher? For Redenbacher? What are you talking about?
OJ.
Oh, the juice. Ah. He
Yes.
drank too much juice.
The orange juice
The man, the myth, the legend.
is no longer on the planet.
No longer on the loose.
It's
No,
rough.
we got no juice off the loose. Probably got hit
Broncos
in the
parked.
caboose.
Yeah.
Nah, I miss him already.
Do you?
Nah, I never met him. I don't know him.
You're a big fan, though, weren't you?
Only on like the Naked Gun,
The
I
Naked
think. Yeah,
Gun.
on Naked Gun.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't a big sports guy. I heard he was really good, but like I don't. Besides like that, and then the whole murder shit that happened, but like
The Bronco.
the Bronco, he stole fucking Michael Knight's Sunshine. What's his David Hasselhoff's Sunshine? He was doing a special, and his got shut down because everybody was watching OJ like
That's right.
riding the back of that Bronco.
That white
That he
Bronco.
later on tried selling. Do you ever see that footage?
No.
Oh, that's
You
that's
got to pull that up.
that's-
See, I wish I would have thought of that earlier. Like, he's like selling the fucking Bronco.
It's not the actual Bronco, but it was a skit. That's a skit.
Oh, is it? Oh shit, I was believing it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
He was like at the car shop selling his old Bronco.
yeah, yeah. They
Was
were-
it really fake though? That
Yeah, no, it
sucks.
was,
That's
it was
some
fake.
bullshit.
They were doing a skit about him trying to sell off his old Bronco and acting like he had no more money, and he
Yeah.
was like a really shitty car salesman.
Yeah.
And he was like going up to like random people that are like just walking around looking at cars, just like, oh man,
That's
it's
so
the, like the
big,
best car ever.
wow.
You know anything about this car? Like,
Murder ride.
and a lot of people didn't know who he was and had no idea about the Bronco.
Wow. I missed
It was
that.
pretty
I
good,
missed
dude.
that.
Yeah, I'll have
Yeah.
to find it. That it was insanity. It would have been perfect.
Yeah. We do have an equally insane video though.
Oh, yeah.
Of one of the actual jurors
Oh shit.
from the OJ case.
Do you think that they're members of the jury that voted to acquit OJ because of Rodney King?
Yes,
You do.
yes.
How many of you think felt that way?
Oh, probably 90% of them.
Wow.
90%? Did you feel that way?
Yes.
That was payback.
Uh-huh.
That's so
You
crazy.
think that's right?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
He didn't
Wow.
do nothing. Dude, for any younger listeners who don't know who Rodney King is, so he was a man who was pretty brutally beaten by the LA
He
police
murdered. Did
department.
you get-
No, he
oh.
wasn't murdered.
Oh no.
He famously came out at one point and said, "Why can't we all just get along?" Do you remember that from the press conference? Which was awesome. It was like a moment of like, shit got fucked up.
Yeah, it got.
I
way
got
fucked
beat,
up.
but he was actually pleading for people. But of course, nobody took it that way
no.
Nope.
at all. And it was kind of one of the very first viral videos. It was this guy who happened to have just bought a VHS camcorder, who happened to be just out of his window filming, and then saw on the highway this dude getting his ass beat, and filmed that, and that video went around the world. You
Yeah.
know? And now apparently there's some kind of retarded logic that this jury member is using, that acquitting a man who obviously murdered someone is payback. Acquitting someone who was accused of murdering someone is somehow payback for
The beating of Rodney
someone
King.
else being beaten. You're gonna have to explain that math to me.
You know what I'm gonna say, right? You can't make sense out of nonsense.
Yeah.
It's true though.
But that was
I don't know.
wild.
That is pretty
that's
wild.
Insane. 90%. Her guess 90% of people.
I wonder if that was a general, like an actual conversation that they had the months, like when they went back
Yeah.
to talk. Like,
Well, Rodney got that beaten, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not that dialed in with all of it.
So let's
but
let OJ. Have you guys ever seen any of OJ's tweets when he was on Twitter? He
oh
was-
no, but I saw a fake one
He
recently.
was hilarious on Twitter. He would start everyone off with videos. Hello, Twitter world. And then he would go on this, like, be on the golf course or wherever random, and then just go into a spiel about it. They were hilarious.
Hello,
So-
Twitter.
Yeah.
Did you see the fake tweet about his death?
Which one?
It was OJ's final tweet. I wanted to let you all know I did that shit.
Yeah.
It was fake, but I was like, oh, dude, if that was a real thing, that was legendary. And apparently, the people that were in the hospital like ward with him had to sign an NDA before
I did see
entering
that. Yeah.
the room. So what
Family members, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
did-
crazy.
Who did we talk to? Oh, Mr. D. And he said about how he hired people to have done what.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that's a theory. I've
Yeah.
heard that other places, too.
Where they
That OJ
like,
actually hired someone.
to handle that mess.
Yeah.
Because Papa don't handle no mess.
So what he didn't, what you're saying is,
He didn't actually do it, but he hired someone
okay.
to do it. That's a popular theory.
I
about
mean,
it, but
yeah.
Now, did he pay like in like orange juice, or did he like
yeah.
pay in money? What did he
Couple
do?
football jerseys, orange juice,
Yeah.
Autograph, photographs,
maybe like the spare tire on the
Couple
Bronco.
rings. Yeah.
Yeah. Some memorabilia.
But my favorite thing about the whole OJ dying is seeing all the old Norm Macdonald clips come back, because he was vicious on Saturday Night Live. That was his heyday as being the anchor of Weekend Update.
Yeah.
And there's it's like an 11-minute highlight reel of all of Norm's OJ jokes from
I
SNL.
could only imagine.
Oh my God, you should, if you haven't seen it yet, viewers, listeners, search it up. Norm Macdonald, OJ, Supercut, whatever.
Deep cut.
Deep cut, yeah, they're so good. The one I think the day after the verdict was, well, it's official. Murder is now legal in the state of California. And then the other one, there's so many, I can't remember what the other one was like. Nicole Brown Simpson once said that OJ was the only person she ever met who said he would die for her. And, that's really bad luck that the only person on earth who would die for you kills you. He was just so like...
Brutal.
Oh, God, yeah. And there's another one of him at the ESPN Awards where he's talking about how no one can ever take these awards away from you. Like, unless you kill somebody, and the guys in the audience are like, oh, like, it's so good.
Some people can
Did
say
you,
some things and get it.
Did you happen to see the what we posted to White Guys about the clip of Norm?
Oh, yeah. We got a little bit of Norm
Yeah.
in the afterlife.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
Norm's.
Go ahead, roll it.
Hey, it's Norm. Jokes with God. So I walked in on God the other day, and he was watching TV, and I said, "Hey, God, what are you watching?" And he said, "Oh, I'm watching the golf tournament, the Masters." I said, "Well, God, they people think that name is offensive now." And he said, "Well, I'll tell you what. I tell you what's offensive. If Tiger keeps playing as shitty as he is, he's going to be demoted to the other tournament." I said, "Oh, yeah, well, what's that one?" He said, "The slaves." I said, "My God."
Norm is
I
brutal.
feel like he's even spicier in the
Killing
afterlife.
it in the afterlife.
Jeez.
Jokes with God. I hope that becomes a reoccurring segment. I don't know. I hope so. We got to tap. We got to find. You have any friends that like new age hippie chicks, or like, what do they call them? Mediums who can like tap into.
I think I could find somebody.
Yeah, Ouija board
My-
people. Maybe we do.
My
a Ouija
cat's a medium.
Fuck that.
My cat's definitely not like a large like your Luna.
She a medium.
She's like a medium.
Medium, small medium.
You probably could find somebody
Yeah,
to tap into that norm.
Yeah.
Normady.
I hope, because it'd be great. We could do a whole series. You know, get some norm jokes with God.
I mean, it seems like it's well done if you're into that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We could be like Joe Rogan for the afterlife. We just bring on all the really cool people that he never got to put on that are dead.
The impression, whoever did that impression, could probably use a little work. It's not great.
I didn't think it was horrible.
No, I honestly think that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
I don't know. More practice, you know.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I don't
talking about
I mean,
practice.
I
We're
practice
talking about
every-
practice.
Practice.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think. Did you guys see the image of the Allen Iverson
this
trophy?
Trophy?
Oh no.
They unveiled
That was
it.
like weak, dude. They like tiny.
It's like this big. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
it's
yep,
so
yeah.
small. I was
Why
like,
would
"Are you
they do
kidding?
that?
Is
They
this a joke?"
They should have did a life size.
It's-
Iverson.
Somebody's
it's-
true him.
Like it's
was-
rude. It's
It
rude.
was rude.
It's very rude. I would hate for someone to like make a small trophy. It's smaller than me.
I couldn't believe it.
But let's be honest. Would you rather have a trophy that's small, or just not act like he was one of the best 76ers of all time?
Someone didn't think so because if they would have did it right, they would have made sure he was big.
No, I listen. I totally understand
but
that.
yeah, he got a trophy. That's great.
yeah,
But,
I-
no,
yeah.
not trophy. It was a
statue.
statue.
Oh,
Like,
damn.
not a
Yeah.
trophy. That would have been a good size for a trophy.
Yeah,
For a statue, that's horrible.
like at least
Yeah, but then you know how weird it would be if they get a picture of him and they're like they're not the same size. Like if the statue was taller than him, it would look a
I
little
just think
odd.
someone got cheap. I don't
No,
know.
that's fine. It's a statue. Like
Where's the statue at now?
it's out in it's in front of the whatever they call it, the Starbucks Center.
Oh,
the
Best-
where they
Best
play
Buy.
basketball.
Yeah. I can't keep track with what they call those places. Whatever bank has bought it and put the money in was what it's called now. Wachovia Center?
Rockefeller Bank.
The Spectrum,
That was the best.
the Vet, RFK. No, I was in DC. JFK,
Oh,
I think
that's
it
the
was
wrong one.
RFK Jr.
I don't know anymore, man.
I don't even know the name of the Philly stadiums.
Well, it
There's
was
like
like
no
the-
point.
Citizens Bank Park. I know that one.
Citizen. Yeah.
Yeah. Owned by a bank.
Did you guys a little off topic, but did you guys see the wooden little plaque that Kelsey got for his retirement? It's really cool.
No.
It's they made a 3D model of the Eagles stadium, but it's on a plaque, so the stadium like comes out of the wood.
Oh,
And it's
nice.
ingrained with all of his stats, his this, that, the other. And dude, it was like the Eagles posted a little time lapse of like whoever built it, like putting it together and like designing it on the computer. Dude, it's so cool.
Oh, that's cool.
It is so neat.
I did see a video of him and his Cybertruck, and on the back
Yeah.
window, he's got a decal of Calvin pissing on a Cowboys
Yep.
emblem.
Yep.
Back of the Cybertruck.
I heard he lost the Super Bowl ring in some chili.
You told me that.
Well, I know.
He had in sock and something about a sock.
Yeah,
and
no.
rain and chili.
He likes keeping like his like stowaways in like really weird spots, and he lost the Super Bowl ring for a while, and it ended up being like in a sock. Like, how do you put something like that in a sock?
That's hilarious.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not a sporty. I'm not a sporty, but I would have said like it just.
You
doesn't
put some
se-
things in socks.
Yeah, you
before,
put.
besides
I mean,
your
it doesn't fit anymore. but
Millions of
yeah,
things
I
in
used to
socks.
Put some things in socks until it shrunk. You know
feet.
what
Like
I
that
mean?
Red Hot Chili Peppers Rolling Stone cover. You remember that one?
Blood sugar, sex, magic. What is it?
When that came out, but on the cover of the Rolling Stone magazine, they were on there, and they all
with
had
their
tube
dizzers,
socks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Were there dingers in it?
Pretty
Yeah.
good cover. If you're gay. Anyway, speaking of gay,
Go ahead.
Oh,
you want to change it up?
What, you want to do something nice?
No, not
Oh,
yet. We haven't
okay.
done enough shitty things yet to do
Okay, let's
something
keep
nice.
piling this
We-
shit up. You need a big pile of shit. Let's continue on with the
So-
pile.
I think we all like kind of generally understand that there's been a decline in masculinity going on in
100%.
culture, right?
100%.
I can tell looking at Joey, none of it's there.
There's
No masculine, none check. I'm just fucking with you.
so there's lots of different theories, right? I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys know the theory about the microplastics that supposedly we ingest that can lower our hormone levels. They're shrinking our taints, also decreasing testosterone production. There's atrazine, which Alex Jones famously came up with years ago. Well, everybody thought he was crazy, but like you remember the clip, right?
I'm a gay frog.
They're turning the frogs gay, Kenny. Everybody thought he was nuts. Turns out atrazine, a widely used fertilizer in agriculture, which has been banned in the EU. They don't use it in the EU, but of course we still use it in the US. Actually disrupts the endocrine systems in amphibians and turns them androgynous, gay, whatever. We ingest that too. There's residue of it on the crops that we eat. Plus just like kind of the social aspects to it. You know, masculinity has been demonized. This whole idea of toxic masculinity,
Yeah.
all this bullshit. Young men being raised by women, predominantly in schools, which, all the young boys' impulses to want to run and be loud and rowdy is all tamped down. You're supposed to sit in your chair.
Well, they shrank all their
Pay
fucking
attention.
taints.
Right.
I mean, I'm not running anyway. He went to play basketball. Like, I got a shrunk taint. I can't play basketball right now. My taint's shrunk.
I thought I lost a couple inches down there. Yeah, that makes
Shit.
sense.
Well, no, I didn't. Well, we didn't lose any inches on our dizzles or none of that. It's just on our taint, right?
That's what they're saying the microplastics can do. Yeah. Yeah.
Tight taint, baby.
My taint hasn't been tighter since.
But there's another one that I don't know if you know about, so this is my personal theory, is that the proliferation of IPAs are adding to that. Because IPAs, as you know, are loaded full of hops, way more hops than other beers like a fine German Pilsner, like Bitburger.
It's because you got blue eyes and blonde hair. Don't be getting saucy over here.
Listen, this is an amazing beer. It's from Bitburg, which is the area of Germany on the eastern side of Germany, close to Luxembourg, in the Rhineland, which is actually my Uncle Donnie has traced the Fetter family back to the Rhineland.
Oh, is that
And
why
so
you start drinking
I'm-
that shit?
It's a great beer. It's
Yeah, you better calm the fuck down. You better calm down.
Listen,
Das
man.
ist ein Bier auf den Vaterland. Ja,
9.
es ist
Oh my god.
sehr gut.
Just
Will not turn you gay. Drink this beer, Bitburger. This IPA beer make you into a little fairy.
Well, if you need some
So-
milk, I got it in my tidbits.
But no, so because of the high hop content in these IPAs, the beers also have a high estrogen content through the flowers. It's called
Stop it.
phytoestrogen. It's a plant version of estrogen. And
Is this made up? Or you just
no,
shit?
this is serious.
You know,
yeah.
All right.
And
I'll let you go.
increased estrogen intake. You know, we've got all these young kids are getting put on, cross-sex hormones, little boys being given estrogen, and it's like,
So all I gotta do is drink
just
IPAs.
start drinking some
Yeah.
IPAs, little
Damn.
bro, and you'll grow your own little man tits.
Milky titties.
No, I've heard that through like bodybuilders before. Like they don't touch beer at all
Yeah.
because it fucks with your hormone levels severely. Like if you drink a 12-pack, your fucking test could drop for like a week.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, or as Tyler Durden says in Fight Club, bitch tits.
It's
Bob had bitch tits. You remember that? His
been a
name is
while.
Robert Paulson.
It's been so long.
It was
dude.
Meatloaf.
Oh, he was in there. Milky
This is
titties.
the best. It was like the best thing that Meatloaf ever did.
Right.
Was his role in Fight Club. It was so good.
I can't even pull it in my brain. I can't
Bob
do
had
it.
bitch tits. Yeah.
Bob. Bitch tits.
dude, that movie's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're say some people say that increased phytoestrogen also can lead to erectile dysfunction too, which seems to be an increasing phenomenon too. So I'm like, I don't know when the IPA shit is going to end. It's like, it's been such a fad for so long.
I love hazy, milky titties.
Hazy, milky
Well, I mean, I like the haze. I like.
Yeah.
Aren't those also
so.
high in hops too? The haze beers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any of those pale ales, any of those India pale ales, you know, like that. And supposedly, like what I know from friends of mine who are brewers, it's, as far as all the different types of beer go, that's a really easy one to brew because you're basically masking any of the more intricate, delicate flavors in a beer by just overloading it with hops. And so, like, to make a refined Pilsner or a lager, any of these like classic versions is much harder than an IPA, and that might be part of the reason why they became so popular, because more people got into brewing. All these microbreweries opened up, and that's the easiest one to do at the beginning, is just load it full of hops, which do taste delicious. Don't get me wrong.
I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker all day.
I love the taste of them. But it's supposedly like the easiest beer to brew, and that might have something to do with why it's taken off. Or it might be another fucking conspiracy.
I think the CIA are involved in my milky titties.
To turn all the fucking men
into women
and feminize them, and everybody's growing bro tits,
bitch
tits, man boobies,
honkers.
Yes.
I gotta pee.
Maybe.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Oh, we're doing so well.
I know. I was trying to hold off.
All right.
I just couldn't do it.
Cool. We'll pause it.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta fucking piss like a pussy.
All right, we're recording, bitch tits.
All right, we're back.
We're back with our hazy tite brothers.
That's right.
And we got Norm. I was following Norm down the stairs, and he's got his clickety clickers on.
Ooh.
He's got his high heels on because he's transitioning into a new man's in them.
Dude, have you ever had a nice pair of boots?
I did.
Leather boots?
Oh, I had to turn them in though.
What kind?
They were probably Jordache.
So, all right, I'm gonna like a really nice. These are Fry's,
Yeah.
classic American boot. Getting a nice pair of boots from the beginning, breaking them into your feet, it's like nothing else. It's like it's basically like your own personal
condom
vagina on both of your feet. It feels like they feel so good. It takes a little while to break them in, and can be a little painful at the beginning. But once
Could
they're
you
broken
be my
in,
boot and I'll break you in? We're gonna get you some spurs.
Have you ever seen like the proper way like cowboys used to do it? Breaking them boots.
How do you mean?
They take you to Brokeback.
So you like no socks or anything like that, but what you do is you dunk your feet, you fill the boot up with water,
Yeah.
and you put your foot in it and you walk around in it all day long. And at the end of the day, the boot will be formed to your foot, and it'll dry out, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Where did you learn this information from?
Dude, the internet.
Okay.
I just have endless hours of
Child
internet
of the
time.
internet. Yeah.
Like I know the most useless shit on this planet, but it is some interesting shit.
I'm gonna learn from you then.
This guy doesn't remember the time though. So I think I didn't have an email account until I was a freshman in college, which was 1995.
Damn.
I don't think I even.
So
had one.
back then, it was Eudora. It was a Microsoft. But you actually had to load the email program onto a 3.5-inch floppy disk, take it around with you, put that in the computer. It would read. You'd log into it, read your email. You could send email, take email, or whatever. And then I'll never forget one day I was in the computer lab and some guy was like, there's like you can just have email on the web now. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, there's this new company called Hotmail.
Oh.
And you don't have to carry the disk with you anymore. You can just wherever you are, and I was like, what? So
That's
that
wild.
revolutionized it. But also I was just thinking about this earlier today. It's just funny you brought up the internet. But so my freshman year going into the computer labs, and it was funny, it was segregated. There'd be like 2 or 3 rows of PCs.
Can you even say that anymore?
On the on the left, and 2 or 3
Whoa,
rows of
bro.
Macintoshes on the right. And the PCs would always be jammed. There'd be a line to wait to get into a PC, and that's when I first started using Macintoshes because I was like, all these computers are open. Why am I waiting in a line for these when there's these other computers? And then once I started using Macs, I was like, this is way, way better and slicker.
You're like, I'm not playing with this penal contact.
So I
computer.
transitioned over to Macintosh at that point. But in those early days, there would always be a dude who would grab the last computer at the row like up against the wall, and he would turn the monitor towards the wall, and I'd be like, I know what you're doing.
He's looking at he's watching the Smurfs or something.
You're looking at some dirty pictures.
Oh.
But back then, dude, it would take 3 to 5 minutes to load a single picture. Damn. And they would load line by line.
Oh, yeah,
my
yep.
God.
So I would watch these guys, and they'd be super shady. They'd be like... And a couple times I would go over and just, like, lean over, and the guy would be like, yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, you could just look in his dad's nightstand.
I
or his pillow
want
or
to look
something.
too, man. Come on.
But it was so funny. You know, you'd be like, getting psyched up. You're like, the lines are coming
Like,
in.
oh,
You're
there's
like,
a nipple. The nipple's
like,
forming.
Top of the tits
That's
are coming
crazy.
in. Then,
Now it's just
Wild.
clickety click, you there.
whatever you want.
Jesus, dude.
4K. Yeah, it was wild.
Imagine how long it would take to jerk off.
Took a long time.
Probably like 35, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And you get 2 photos. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
So the Macintosh, that's Apple's computer,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
The old one with the clear dome in the back, or the colored dome.
Now it's earlier than that.
These
It
are
was a
actually
little cube.
before those. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first iMac. So
Okay.
that was the first fully contained.
All in one
CPU
computer.
is everything
Yeah.
in with the monitor. But before that, it was just, regular CRT monitor with the CPU as a unit underneath. They looked just like PCs.
They were like
back
stacked
then,
up.
but-
Yeah, it was a little narrow guy. My friend that I
Yeah.
grew up with had one, and he lived down the street, so I didn't have one. I didn't have
Yeah.
Atari. I didn't have any of that shit. You know what I had? I had fucking Stratego.
It's a good game.
It is a good game if you know how to play.
Yeah, my high school actually, back in one of the storage rooms, I ended up getting in there one day, and they had those probably 10 of them. Those old I forget the
iMacs?
name. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the back room, it was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
dude. Score.
That was huge when they came out. They were like bright
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
remember.
what is this?
Never had one, but I seen them.
I know. I never had one either. No.
I
You
didn't.
think
I didn't
about
own a
that-
computer till 2010.
Apple does that once in a while. They'll release something with crazy colors.
Mm-hmm.
Like that computer, they released it with the colored backs.
Yep.
The iPhone, was it 5? They did the
iPhone
pink-
color. Yeah.
the iPhone color. Yeah.
5C. I
Yeah,
think were the
yep.
colored ones.
And they do that once in a while. It's kind of weird. It's like, all right, we really need this product to hit home.
Yeah.
Let's add some color to it.
Some
Bless
colored,
you.
Colored phones. Phones of color.
Phones of color really took off.
That's where the diversity comes in with the phones.
Speaking of diversity,
Oh.
that is a perfect segue
I'm
into our
dialed
next
in.
story.
Telepathic. Let's go. Let's do
So
it.
I know you've never really been a customer of Sheetz,
Nah,
right? You're
not-
more of
not
a Wawa guy.
We'll just get stuff that's bad for you there. But I
Just because
yeah,
that's what's
typically yes.
local to us.
Wawa
So
is-
Sheetz,
yes, normally
Sheetz is
Wawa.
based in Altoona,
Yeah.
which is out past State College,
Yeah,
center of the state. They're in a little bit of hot water right now. Joe Biden's Department of Justice is suing them
sue everybody.
for discrimination over their hiring practices.
Oh.
So this is fucking wild. So what Sheetz does is they require a criminal background check
Makes sense.
for all applicants, right?
Why wouldn't you? Safety
Seems
is no
like a
accident.
decent,
It's
smart
logical.
thing to
Yeah.
do, especially for a convenience store,
That's handling food.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for places that fairly frequently get robbed. You'd think you probably don't want to have someone with a criminal history working here. I don't
Well,
see.
I guess as long as they wash their hands before they make my food, I'm all right with
It
it.
depends what they were convicted of, sure. But, as it turns out, newsflash, just the fact that they're requiring a criminal history check is disproportionately affecting non-white people.
It's a 9-1 person.
In the legal documents, they cite African Americans, Native Americans, and I believe, what did they say? It's like Alaskan natives, I think, which is like, I'm not sure how many
Eskimos?
Alaskan natives are
They
applying
left
to
out like
Sheetz.
white criminals. That's
I don't
kind of
think-
That's kind of discriminatory. Like that's not cool. I mean, you can't leave out the white criminals.
But so, well, that's,
It's racist.
there are things called percentages, and it just turns out that there
Sounds
are
like a biker gang.
there are a
Percent.
higher percentage of non-white people that have a criminal history than white people. Nobody knows why. It's one of those mysteries of the universe.
Statistics. It's probably
But
a made
so
up number.
there's a clause in the civil rights law of, the old one back from 1964 or something, I think, that anything that a company or any entity that has what they call disparate impacts on a certain group,
Disproportionate.
right? So whatever it is, if your law or your, in this case, your hiring practices, if it disproportionately affects one racial group over another, then that's what are you looking at?
I've never seen those lights there.
There's
before.
something flying around.
No, they've been there for
Oh,
a
the
while.
lights.
There's purple.
that-
He's just noticing the lights.
How long they
Fuck,
been there?
man.
Situational awareness.
I can't take you nowhere, man. Jesus Christ.
I love it. They're good, right?
Yeah, but how long they
Don't
been
they
there?
look nice?
They've been there for a minute.
Couple months.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Nice add-on. Finally catching up.
Anyway, so
Wow,
Sheetz is
Damn.
yes, Sheetz is
Blowing in the wind.
in the hot box right now.
There-
So
There's no way that they win that lawsuit, right?
Nah, they can
I
clean
don't
their
know,
sheets.
man.
You
They've
just
ar-
wash them. You good.
So I don't know. We'll see. It's to me, it's like who's like who. So there's an unspoken thing here, right? That's like people are dancing around, right? It's like so the lawsuit from the Department of Justice is saying because you're requiring a criminal background check, it's disproportionately affecting non-white people. Okay, so think about that in another way. What you're doing is you're admitting that non-white people have a higher percentage of having a criminal background. Right? Is that Sheetz' fault?
No.
That's not Sheetz' fault.
No, they're just trying to hire people that aren't going to fucking rob them.
They're just trying to hire people that are not criminals because
Yeah.
if you want to look up another statistic, people who convicted criminals have a much higher chance of becoming a repeat offender than people who are non-convicted criminals.
Yep.
So to me, it just sounds like a no-brainer as a
It's-
business owner.
It's
like
weird
how-
too because it's very normal. I'd say 90% of companies that they do background checks.
Sure. I know for a fact I've been denied jobs in the past because I have a criminal record. I didn't fucking say like it has something to do with my skin color.
Yeah.
It was just like, no, I fucked up
fucked
I
up.
fucked up in the past,
Yeah.
and that's gonna affect my future. And
Yeah.
that's something I just have to live with.
Mine's clean.
Are you telling me I should have did a background check before I started working with you?
You should have, yeah, but you didn't.
But you didn't, bitch. Now I got your keys.
Now you're stuck with me.
Shit.
Yeah.
I thought I trusted my honkies. It's bullshit. Y'all fucking crooked.
Yeah, it's so crazy though that they're just like picking Sheetz for this lawsuit.
Right.
Like, the Sheetz has to be able to fight that to the point where like 90% of the companies in the world require a
Yeah, I
background
will-
check.
I will
Why is this just
Right.
for
I will
Sheetz?
protest for Sheetz in this whole situation as long as they. What are those cheesy dick sticks that we get there? Like, they need to put them in longer. If they make the fucking hash browns
Bacon,
and their
Oh,
the
yeah.
hash brown bacon.
those
Yeah.
little cheesy
Yeah,
dick
the
sticks,
bites.
dude. Oh,
But
yeah,
their food is. I mean, I think we
way
can,
better than Wawa.
I think we can.
Yes.
We can end the rivalry
Yeah.
right here on this
Yeah, yeah.
episode.
Absolutely.
Sheetz food.
Sorry.
destroys Wawa. I'm sorry.
I'd say one thing caveat to that. I feel like Wawa is more consistent.
What with the making of the food?
I'd say
No.
Wawa is more consistent, but
How?
Sheetz food is overall better. How
is Wawa consistent?
Dude, I've been going to Wawa every
Dude,
single.
I've been going to Wawa longer than you've been alive. Whatever, but go on.
But like
fuck out of here.
for the my entirety time, like in the trades, like I go to Wawa way too much. I've spent way too much money there. But I've also gone to Sheetz a bunch. I will say Sheetz is better. That's like kind of my like treat when I go to Sheetz. It's like, oh, I'm not going to Wawa. This is amazing.
Yeah.
But I can get like the same breakfast for a year straight.
Give me a detail on what breakfast you're getting, because I've not found that same happening.
No, I won't say with the Sizzlies. Sizzlies are fucking horrible.
Garbage.
But like
Garbage,
if I would get like a snack wrap. I've been getting snack wraps for a while now.
See, I've done breakfast burritos and
And-
it's not been consistent.
Well,
man.
I wouldn't trust any of the stuff in the warmer. You have to get it made.
Well, yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
like a breakfast burrito, like, and they don't always have what I want. Like, they don't have my fucking scrambled. Like, I gotta not be without. Like, I'm gonna come there for my thing, like I want my thing. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, now I gotta get egg whites, which is even better. Like, I like the egg whites, so I'll substitute some stuff.
But
like,
one thing
Gotta
that's
watch your
annoying
cholesterol.
about
You
Sheetz
don't
though,
even
I
know.
feel like
You
it
don't
takes
even know.
forever for them to prepare your food versus Wawa. It's like right out usually.
What?
It might take a little. It might
Well, they only got like a couple
depends on the
people back there.
volume, I think.
Yeah.
Like we've been pretty lucky because our job
Yeah.
right now is out past the Sheetz, so we've been stopping there
Yeah.
every day. So it's like fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I go to
that's
the one in
been good.
Morgantown when I'm like going to my
Yeah,
grandfather's
yeah,
house.
that's the
yeah.
one.
That's
Okay.
what
That's
I'm gonna
it.
go to.
That's
Yeah.
it. It's good.
All right, Sheetz.
Sheets, 3 sheets to the win. I gotta
So,
pee again.
yeah,
Just
There's
kidding.
hopefully-
no fucking way.
Hopefully Sheetz pulls out of this.
Yo.
You know, I hope so. I hope they stay strong and they don't fucking cave.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're smarter than that.
I hope. I mean, you're talking about
Fuck
the
that.
federal government suing you.
fuck
Like
them, yo.
that's a big deal.
They
So,
just want
I
the
don't know.
fucking money to send it somewhere else. Fuck them pussies.
Yeah.
Just
Speaking
take
of
my
fucking pussies,
money. What do you got?
you was your doctor's appointment?
Oh yeah, they checked
All right.
my man vagina.
Did they do a prostate?
Yeah, they went like this, and then they opened it up. They're like, "Up, we got a problem, Steven Singer." I'm like,
No,
"Yeah."
but did they do? Did you get
They
a
didn't
prostate?
do it all. They
No.
didn't do that. None of that. Not this time. Probably
we're
in the future.
We're in the age range where
Now, which finger do they use? Do they use the pinky? Or
Middle,
the-
dude. You
the
gotta get
middle
some
one?
depth in there.
Are they go to now? Do they go all the way to the knuckle?
well, I think the recommendation now is 45. I think you're supposed to start getting the prostate checked, but
I probably should because I do pee a lot.
yeah, it's quick, man. I mean,
What if you don't want to? What if they like talk nice to me, like take it slower?
you can do that. You can ask
can-
for extra
can you,
lube.
like,
You-
Can you
Yeah,
just
for, like,
go slow and 2 fingers?
some of the spicy hot lube. You know, it doesn't have to be, but
Can you do the pointer and the middle finger?
Hold
all
on, you
once?
weren't deep enough, Doc. I think you need to go a little bit deeper. Can you add another finger in there?
I'm like, I do have a bidet. You could go deeper.
it's tough for me nowadays, though, man, because like my anus is guarded by a whole army of hemorrhoids at this point. So the doctor trying to get in there, he's just like, it's
like currently,
how-
currently.
oh yeah, man, dude.
Oh,
In the morning in the shower, it's like playing whack-a-mole in there. Where I'm like,
I'm so
back up,
sorry.
oh, you popping out, oh, back, whoop, back. That's not, it's not great.
What a hemorrhoid. Hemorrhoids are the walls of your anus falling out, right?
Basically, yeah.
He's got like a Lone Star
looks
blooming.
like, it looks like a little
blooming onion.
Looks like no, not like a blooming onion. It's like a little pack of grapes hanging down, various sizes. Sometimes just one grape, one or two, but like
That's
smaller
horrible.
size,
That's
like
gross.
dehydrated grapes.
Oh,
You know, but yeah, they're pretty.
I'm so
I'm
glad.
glad I'm not old yet.
This is the
Jesus
deal.
Christ, man.
Don't sit on cold macadam. You'll be fine, son.
That was what they used to say.
Don't sit on the cold concrete. You
Oh,
won't
I've
get
had them for
hemorrhoids.
years though. It's not a new thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank God it's him and not us,
But see,
right?
I think it's okay. So they're-
yeah, cheers, bro.
I look at them as like my little soldiers
Mm.
guarding that hole. You know, because that's an exit hole. You know,
That's what you're saying right now.
I'm
but
not, and I don't say this to be homophobic or anything, but there's certain laws and rules about the human body that I think you have to follow. Like that is an exit hole. That's not an entry hole by any means at all. So if I've got my little platoon
Holding down the flank.
of cellular soldiers there
You're reaching for fucking straws.
holding off
Yeah,
the,
dude, no.
holding off the
You're
cave
not-
of entrance,
You're not
they're like,
winning this
You're
one.
soldiers.
telling
fucking
you, they're protecting it. You know,
I just thought
God.
having a hairy crack was a fucking hindrance.
I
but
thought
damn, dude.
you were gonna say, oh, it's
He's
protected
got
by
me
like a
beat.
bush of hair or some shit like that, and you said fucking hemorrhoids.
Oh, that sucks.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, the hair, the bush of hair. That's the initial. That's like the.
That's like the barbed
That's the
wire.
brush.
first level. Yeah, you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
through that, and then you got to deal with the
gunners.
the hemorrhoid soldiers.
Oh my god.
It's like D-Day, but your
this shit
asshole.
went south quick. This went asshole south
Nobody's
quick.
storming my beach. You're like private.
Nobody
Saving
wants to
Private Ryan.
storm the Norman's beach too with them broke ass.
My hemorrhoids are like those German soldiers with the
All right.
50 cals up there. They're like, stay the fuck away.
All right, now I'm gonna have to switch it up. Now we're gonna have to do something nice. 'Cause
Oh,
this shit's fucking harsh.
Let's do
Do
something,
something
nice.
nice, please. God.
Do something nice.
And now, something nice.
I love it. It's my favorite part of this. I love it so much. Yeah.
Oh, duckies.
That is nice. They're my neighbor's domestic ducks. How beautiful. It's hard finding something nice these days.
Yeah, nice zoom on there.
You like that? I did
those
a
your
little pan
ducks?
back. Well, they're the neighbor's ducks, but I don't have to feed them, so they're my ducks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're ducks through a friend.
Ducks through a friend.
Duck
Now, the last time I
confit.
saw the ducks, I only saw 2 ducks, and it wasn't tree ducks.
Ah,
Trice.
So
they're reproducing.
there's something now. Only that shot, that last shot I took was only 2. I had to like go through my videos.
You ever seen a duck penis?
Wow, we were
I've
going to say
never-
this.
I've eaten duck, but not a duck penis.
I was going to ask, have you ever eaten duck
Dude,
before?
this is duck confit. No,
I love duck.
Look this up, Joe. Duck penises are like corkscrews.
Hmm.
They're not straight. So, and they'll only fit a specific duck vagina that can accommodate that corkscrew
Never know.
shaped penis,
That's wild.
which also helps it stay in as long as it needs to stay in to deposit the material that it needs to deposit in order to make
The duck batter.
more ducks.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So no ducks getting in that fucking soldier's shooting ass. Right?
No ducks getting past my
no ducks for you.
It's a spiral penis.
I never knew.
See? I'm
He's
right.
He's
right?
telling the truth.
told you.
and not for nothing, too. These ducks are fucking packing. Holy shit, man. That's like you're probably thinking like a little wine
No.
popper. Like, no, these things are fucking long. What the fuck? That spiral's coming out the
Yeah,
mouth of the
dude.
duck.
Girthy ducks.
See if you
be
can
spiraling
next
down
for the
that.
next something nice. I want some duck penis. When they
That
get
ain't
it,
nice.
Here.
I don't
I
know.
want you to
duck.
get in there.
Nah, I'm good. Damn. I'm good. You can keep that duck dick
Dude,
over
that
there,
duck
dude.
dick is longer than
I'm
the
a
duck.
I'm gonna duck that dick. Get it out of here, spiral duck dick.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, I
Alright.
mean, like people say, everyone has their match. I guess every duck has their hole. Like, wow.
But I wonder, like, going in,
They spin.
is there a spin move?
Yeah. Like they mount the top of the duck and like you know like the bop it comes on. It's like twist it and he just zzz, and a little pop in the end when he locks in place. Yeah, that's exactly how ducks mate. And I don't know if you've ever seen that, Kenny. Maybe you should pay attention next time you're looking at the ducks.
No.
And you flip the reverse
Well,
button.
none of them were. They weren't. They were just. Those
It's like
ducks
a
weren't
drill.
fucking. They were just doing their up the creek.
Fuckity duck.
Oh man.
Did we ruin your something nice with some
No,
knowledge?
That's
pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine.
I do love duck confit. Well, that's
Is that duck
delicious.
dick?
That's duck dick.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a braised, roasted duck dick,
Honey glaze.
honey glazed. Get them in Chinatown. They hang them in the windows. You ever walk through Chinatown?
Yeah.
They hang those duck dicks.
I never seen the
in the
dicks. So
window.
well, maybe I didn't
Yeah.
know they were dicks.
Have you guys
Yeah.
tried off topic, but you said Chinatown, so it reminded me of chicken feet. They prepare chicken feet, and I tried a little bit of it, and it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
It's so gross. It is so gross.
Yeah. Why would you want to eat a chicken foot that's stepping in chicken shit?
I wasn't.
Ooh.
Listen, I was young. My grandmother like dared me.
Is that an Amish thing?
Yeah, no, no. We were in Chinatown in Philly.
Oh,
Yeah, but
chicken. Yeah.
Don't
I'll pass.
recommend.
I'll pass on that.
nope,
Yeah.
was not good.
I've never ate the foot of a chicken. Never.
Yeah.
There's not much there to eat. It's mainly bony.
Right.
Yeah. There's so many good parts of a chicken to eat. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you have to be
like
pretty
the asshole. Of
pretty
course.
hard up
I
to
get it.
be like,
Yeah.
let's try the feet. You know, breasts,
That's being
thighs,
hard up,
wings, legs.
That's like Scrapple for us. Like I don't fucking what the fuck you eat
Yeah.
the foot. Let me go eat the fucking foot.
It's like, oh, don't throw that. Like, you know, some people throw like weird parts of an animal into a soup,
Yeah.
like the leftovers, just for the flavoring of the animal.
Yeah.
So we're not making soup today. Just fucking cook them
I'm
and
gonna
throw
throw
them.
some of that spiral duck dick in our soup. It's gonna be delicious. It'll fuck you. Side saddle.
It makes the popping noise when it's
right, what we
spinning
got?
all the way down.
Oh damn.
We do have a holiday that's coming up soon.
Oh, I don't know if that's a holiday.
But before that, I don't know if you guys have heard that the guy they're trying to push as the new George Floyd in Chicago, his name is Dexter Reed. Chicago cops shot him in his car.
Seen it. It's
They
fucked up.
unloaded about 91 rounds in like 40 seconds, they say.
For what? And he was handcuffed, right? No, he was.
No,
Was he?
he's in his car.
He just sitting in his car.
Pulled him over, tinted windows,
Okay.
wearing a ski mask, asked him to roll down his window, rolled the window back up, pulled a gun, shot at the cops, and they unloaded on him.
Well, that sounds like it's a bad move on his part.
I feel like that's proper procedure.
And we're not,
Doesn't sound anything like Floyd.
not
No.
even going to play the video because
No.
it's
No.
disturbing. But we do have a headline, one
Just a-
headline from the Chicago Tribune. And
Oof. Oof. Oof.
do you want to read that for us, Joe?
I'm gonna fuck up the first name.
That's okay. Don't worry about her name.
Washington. We know one thing from the Dexter Reed shooting: driving while black is a symptomatic problem.
Right. So driving while black is a symptomatic problem.
They were talking about the windshield, right? Or the windows.
Oh, the tinted windows.
Oh.
That must be what she
Yeah,
means.
yeah.
Driving while having black windows.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure shooting at the cops has nothing to do with what your skin color is. Pretty sure if a white person or a yellow person or a red person or any fucking color person shoots at the cops, I think you're going to get shot back at.
I mean, if you just like take out the cops and the person and someone's shooting, you have a gun and they have a gun, I'm probably going to like take the cops out,
Sure.
take the other people out, and if some stranger's shooting at me while I have a gun, which I don't have one,
Are you going to
but
shoot back?
I'm going to fucking, yeah, I'm going to shoot the fuck back.
And like,
So don't shoot if you don't want to get shot.
not for nothing, but like if you take out the 91 rounds,
Yeah.
you have
Which is kind of insane, but
Yeah.
multiple cops
Well,
so
I
and,
just
and
don't-
shots fired. So
you have perfect procedure though. You know,
Yeah.
they were following procedure.
Yeah.
The gentleman was already, ski mask, windshield, so
yeah,
suspect. Not even to the color of the skin, like just that alone is
Right.
suspect, and then rolls window back up,
Yeah.
which
And in
they have
Chicago?
right to do that, but then pulling a gun and then shooting at a cop, therefore all of those cops' lives are in danger.
exactly.
So then they have to terminate that threat.
right.
These
with
two are
any
not
force.
connected. These two,
And like
these two are not connected. The Floyd and the Dexter's two different things.
well, and right, but people are trying to connect them. That's my point.
No, they're going to
Is that
connect.
people are trying to connect them.
No.
But if
Sorry.
also the other thing to think about, if the windows are that tinted,
You can't see?
do the
Super
cops
dim.
know they're pulling over a black guy?
No.
I don't think so.
Not at all.
Until they get there, until they get to the vehicle, until they ask the window to be rolled down.
And then they have a black ski mask on? I don't know what color ski mask is.
And yeah, it was black.
but- okay.
Which is like can a black person wear blackface? Black on black.
I'm not even going to go there, but go on.
But like you got to think too,
Yeah.
in a city like Chicago,
It's dangerous. I can't imagine it being cool.
those cops are thinking about coming home to their family at night. Anywhere out of all the cities in the country, that is definitely one of the top for being, almost a war zone.
Yep.
Like these guys are laying their lives on the line every fucking day. They
don't
don't know every time they pull somebody over, they have to assume that this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? And so to have a headline like that like driving while black, like that's a thing,
work.
right? And it's like, no, it's really not. Don't shoot at the cops.
Yo.
It's not a race thing. Like so many of these things that we talk about, it's really not a race thing.
Dude, if replace that guy for a 91-year-old grandma that's white,
right,
and shot at the cops,
she's getting lit up.
She's getting lit up.
Yeah.
And that propaganda bullshit that that article is trying to state,
it's all the news.
It's not gonna fucking fly.
They have their agenda. That's what they promote.
That is strictly an agenda post. Like I don't really like to fucking go all wild and crazy, but like shit like that pisses me off.
Yeah, right.
Like I really try to stay out of it, like Kenny says, but like that's fucking retarded.
Stuff like that, I feel like it's hard to not address.
Yeah, and
it's like you're obviously trying to push this racial division kind of thing. You're obviously trying to
divide people.
They've never not pushed that ever.
Yeah.
Period. That's it.
But
like
it seems like
mic drop. It's all
like you would
shit.
agree. It seems like it's getting worse.
Oh,
though, right?
It's not. It's not. They're not in a direction. It's getting good ever. I've never seen it.
And like
I've never seen it.
The biggest thing that pisses me off, like you said, Norm, these are normal people that are putting their life on the line to try to correct and keep peace in a war zone.
Yeah.
And for them to put their life on the line every day and then to follow procedure, doing their job, and then get shot at, like they have every fucking right to do what they did.
I always look at life like this. Like if it's gonna be you or me, it's definitely gonna be fucking you. That's it. Sorry.
It's not even like like granted I haven't seen the video, but if it played out like you just said, that pisses me off. And if any type of trial bullshit was to happen off of that towards those cops, the
family is already suing.
There's
the cops.
No fucking way. Dude, there's no way that fucking flies.
We'll see.
Was the gun even legit? You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't even see that point, but...
You can't shoot at people that... You can't. It's not a thing. And the Floyd...
Anyone.
There's nothing affiliated with that. There's no affiliation.
Yeah, now we talk about like George Floyd. Like, granted, there's a lot of stipulations behind what actually happened and all that. But if that cop was not following procedure and, putting his knee on the neck and all that, like what happened, the cop can be at fault if not procedures weren't followed.
Sure.
Now, let's say if he overdosed or what it may have been.
It did come out, though, that he was actually following official police procedure.
But then before the propaganda brought it up and it took off.
Yep.
Hopefully this isn't the same way, which... It's hard to say. And it sucks, too, because...
The stories take off, dude. Hands up, don't shoot. Who remembers that? Michael Brown. That became a whole thing. Hands up, don't shoot.
Yeah.
Right? Michael Brown never did that. Michael Brown charged the cop, tried to take the cop's gun out of his holster, fought with the cop. But because that became like almost like a news meme that took off, people believe that. And I guarantee you there are millions of people that don't even to this day
know the truth,
understand that was not the truth of the situation. The dude charged the cop, was beating up the cop, was on top of the cop, beating him up, trying to take his gun. So it's like the way these false stories and like untruths get like disseminated out into the media and then take off, and people start believing them.
It's all perception, man.
Yeah.
Don't buy into bullshit unless you really truly know the shit. Like,
but it's also a matter of like, is your mind already preconceived to believe something like this?
Oh, we're slightly programmed.
Which has a lot to do with it. Like if you already believe that the police are systemically racist, if you already believe that the police are conducting a genocide against black men in the country, then you hear a story like this and you're that much easier to convince that this is what's going on, right? And you'll not necessarily look into the details. You'll hear this woman from the Chicago Tribune's story about driving while black and be like, yeah, of course. He was driving while he was black, and the cops murdered him in his car. Of course that happened, right? Of course, this is Rodney King. This is like the same racist cops that beat up Rodney King in L.A. It's still going on today, and it's just it's wild to me, and it depresses me to a certain degree because this kind of shit is just further dividing us, and I can't stand that. Like that kills me. We see stories like this, and people instantly take sides.
They're allowing themselves to be divided because they're distorted by all the information. Like, that's a choice, though.
Right.
Like, at the end of the fucking day, you either want to, like, participate in the world that you live in, or you allow yourself to be divided from the world that you're currently. It's just, you choose that shit. Like, I don't think like that. You know what I mean? Like, I love my brothers and sisters, dude. Like, I don't.
But I think you also understand that there are greater forces in play.
Oh, God,
that are pushing this kind of
God,
narrative that want us to be divided.
They've been doing it before we were alive.
Right? So
it started a long time ago. It's before us. This has been I feel it's been in the works well before we were alive. They've got it down, and it's really just rearing its ugly head. Like, more and more as every day continues, as you watch it, like, just like that moment there, like you're just saying about the shooting. Like, it's not really gonna be any different later. It's just only gonna get worse, unfortunately.
I feel like it's evolving. Like, it's so if we talk about like generalized racism, like back with the slaves, and then you talk about today's form of racism and being divided because of that, I feel like they're really different.
Yeah.
Like, today's standard of racism being divided versus back when like slaves were happening.
Nah, it's not that long ago, dude.
Well, I know I'm
I'm
not saying it's like that long ago, but like if you compare the two, I feel like it's different. Like, I feel granted, I'm a white male.
I know what you're saying.
I feel like the way it's perceived and played out is different, and it has to be done that way to stay current and relevant.
Yeah.
Like, no, not in today's age. You're gonna have a slave or anything like that.
Well, you can't. Right, for these people to accept that basically this country is the most racially diverse, the most equal, the most accessible to all people of any country that's ever existed, if you admit that, that's giving up your victim status, right? Yeah. And victim status is fucking huge today. And for people to admit that means that they have a whole list of excuses that they have to give up on. They can't blame their own failures on some externality, something outside of themselves.
Yep.
They would have to take responsibility for their own failures or their own successes. And so it's much easier to have some boogeyman, some of, white supremacy, institutionalized racism, something out there that you can blame things on instead of looking inward.
Yep.
And looking inside yourself and saying, I'm actually in control of my own destiny. Yeah, there's some fucked up shit in the world. Yeah, of course there are racists. Of course racists exist. But are they really affecting me on the day-to-day? Yep. And I wish there's a beautiful clip about this. I can't remember if it's Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman.
I think it's Morgan Freeman.
Somebody who's like...
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I know there are racists out there, but like, what are they doing to me? Are they doing anything to me? Or am I the person that's in control of my own destiny?
That's how I roll, dude. Like, I don't... Look, you can tell when there's a bad person, or it doesn't matter the culture, whatever they're...
Sure.
Like, I can read a person. Like, I mean, not depending on the situation, like, it's like you're either like a good person or a bad person. It just happens to you, or whatever culture you are, whether you're white, whatever color, I don't care. But like, you're the fucking good human or a bad human, and it's like that's it, dude. Like, I basically, like, once you act out in a certain way, like, you kind of weed yourself out in my life. Like, I don't really tolerate certain things at this point in my life, especially if you're older and you're not like. If you're the same as you were 10 fucking years ago, you're definitely, like, not, that's your choice, but, like, I can't get with that. Like, if you're not evolving to a better self daily, like, over time, like, I just don't have fucking time for that shit. Like, Like, if you're the same as you ever was, you can stay there without me.
Same as it ever was.
You should play that on Friday.
Same as it ever was.
Yo, I don't want that.
All right, let's talk about something good to end up. May 25th is coming up.
What is that?
It's the anniversary of George Floyd. So I don't know if you guys have... So everybody has their own personal ways that they celebrate this. Personally, I like to take a lot of fentanyl, take a handgun to a pregnant woman's stomach, and then go down to the corner store with a couple counterfeit 20s. That's my own person. It's like my own kind of like... And I light a couple candles. It's like a mashup of Kwanzaa and George Floyd. I try to make my own thing. But it's coming up, so it's something to think about. Listeners, if you have any special things you do for George Floyd Day, put them in the comments. And I don't know, Joe, do you do?
Yeah, I actually have a life-size mannequin that I like to light some candles around and take a knee and pray for a little bit.
Take a knee and pray. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. I got nothing, dude. I don't.
Well, I mean, Kenny, you still have a little bit of time before this, great American day in history comes up. You may want to think about something to,
Celebrate
and remember that day.
I bet you might combine George. Here's my thought.
Okay, go. Do it. Shoot.
You're a bit of an INXS fan, right?
I need you tonight.
Michael Hutchins.
You love him,
right? Autoerotic
yes.
asphyxiation, right?
I'm gonna hang myself in the closet today.
He's hanging himself while he's coming.
Oh, that's gotta feel good.
He's not breathing.
Oh, his penis is. Or
so maybe you're doing a George Floyd combined with Michael Hutchins, jerking yourself off while you're choking yourself. So it's not the cops choking; you're choking yourself.
Yeah.
So you're like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Maybe something like that.
I feel like that's a good celebration.
Yeah.
Well-rounded.
I mean, come on.
I need you tonight. Not just yesterday.
Because I'm not breathing.
Oh, God, that's fucked up.
All right.
Wrap it up, mother.
Jesus Christ, guys.
No, it's Jesus.
Ken Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus. You're looking kind of Ken Jesus-y with the curls down.
You like that?
Yeah.
My stylist hooked me up today.
I got my curls done.
I got them dead.
White curly Jesus is my favorite Jesus.
I'll get them platinum. Be all white tonight.
I'm going to leave us with one last thing. We did blow all of our Patreon money on our Scandinavian cruise from the other week. If you watched the episode with Doey from last week, you'll understand that. So we need some new patrons. So it's patreon.com/WYT GYS. Please, it's $1, $3, or $5 a month. It's fucking easy. And if you're listening to us on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, please just click that subscribe button. It's super easy. We're at like 635 maybe. We're trying to go to 1,000, which is the minimal level to get monetized. So if you give a shit about us at all, if you're listening and you haven't subscribed, just please click it. It's easy. I'm not begging. I'm just asking.
I'm just on my hands and knees.
It's so easy to do. Just click that button. And if you have friends or family that you think would dig us, send a link to them. Let them know. Like, hey, this is the coolest shit around. These guys are amazing.
I need you tonight.
Because I got no money.
I got no money just yesterday.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to keep taking
We
painting
so
jobs
broke.
with this dude. You don't want me to have to paint with this dude,
You
right?
don't want it. I'm so difficult to work with. I'm the worst.
It's very difficult to work with.
And the biggest thing, too, is if you ever want to drop us a comment on the videos, we love that. That's...
Yes.
It's one me personally, I don't know about you guys, but it's my favorite part is reading comments and actually knowing what our fans are thinking about our topics that we're talking about and getting feedback. We love that. And also
ask us a question in the comments. We will answer your question in the comments.
Yeah. All right. Well, I feel like that was a great number 30, boys. What do you think?
Episode
Wrap it up.
X.
I think I just got you boys pregnant.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
White guy.